Good morning and happy hump day, folks. It's hump day. We're already halfway through the week, and honestly, my low right now is I'm actually in a bit of a dilemma in regards to how I should go about tackling something going on this upcoming weekend. I'll get to that in a second. My high was National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation was on. I got to watch it. It was awesome. Love that movie. It's definitely required viewing for me every time during December. Even though I swear they put it back on the air the first Saturday in November. I kid you not, they always do. I'll talk about that in a second. So, my act of kindness was I took the garbage out for my folks. So, yeah, it was fairly good day. My mom also made, we had breakfast for dinner last night. That was a lot of fun. I say breakfast for dinner, all my mom did was, make an egg scramble and some toast. You know, if you ever had an egg scramble, then you know what it is. Actually, let me move just a little bit. There you go. That, yeah. Again, like the position of this tree and the position of how I sit is going to change so much throughout this month. I mean, I'm just glad I have everything in frame at the moment. So, I guess in terms of, let's see, where do I start? Right, I said how, there's a bit of a dilemma going on this weekend, specifically on Friday. There's a party I gotta go to, and there's something I'm going to make for the party. On the one hand, basically I'm making guacamole. And whenever I make guacamole, full stop, it takes about an hour to make everything and put in the bowl that I'm going to serve it in. But that's not the problem I'm having. See, after that, I then cover the guacamole with plastic wrap, as you do, and you put it in the refrigerator for several hours. And then bring it back sort of up to room temperature at, for another hour, and then you're ready to serve. My problem is, I have an appointment early Friday morning. So, my original plan was, because basically I could make it here very early in the morning, and then take it around with me until after my appointment on Friday morning, drop it off and put it in the refrigerator at my parents' house. I'll say that because it's been very cold out lately. Like, right now it's so cold that you could realistically put like drinks, produce, probably even like meat, and leave it in your car all night long. I mean, remember, like, for those of you who don't know, there's something called the danger zone, which is anywhere between 40 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't ask what it is in Celsius, I don't know off the top of my head. Point is, like, if I left the guacamole in my car, for sure, like, it may have no problems being in the danger zone. Especially if I immediately put it in the refrigerator after I take it out of my car after the appointment. I'm gonna drop it off at my folks' place and do that. The problem is, I've never done anything like that before. Normally I could just make the guacamole, put it in the refrigerator and, set and forget it. I could simply make it at my folks' place after my appointment, but at some point I gotta get back to work. So that's the problem I'm having right now. I mean, I'm sure I'll probably just simply do the first. Hopefully, I can do the second plan would probably be most ideal. I mean, I would still need to bring everything to make it, but it really would be the most ideal. I'm just worried I've never done, plan A before. That's really all I'm. That's really all I'm worried about at the moment. Um, so maybe you guys can give me some advice as to how to go about doing that. I just realized that cut I gave myself on a week ago, it's coming along pretty good actually. If you remember on Thanksgiving, I had cut my finger, and it actually doesn't look that bad. I'm showing this lady. She's freaked off. See? It's not that bad actually. I'd say a couple more days of putting a Band-Aid on and letting it air out at night I really do it some good. Right, let's talk about my theory about the Christmas vacation. So, I first noticed this, no kidding, back when I was in Texas. Yeah, that's how long ago it was. For those of you who don't remember, I was in Texas for my cousin's wedding in November of 2022. It was actually the very first weekend in November that year. I believe she got married on the 6th. So, okay. As I was, jeepers. Man. Never had, that's actually a thing, I sneeze and then I yawn. That's crazy. So I noticed that National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, I mean, obviously at this time of year, it's on, all the time. But I noticed that it first happened, in November of 2022, when I was at my cousin's wedding, and we're all at the Airbnb. Now, the way my cousin got married, it was really weird. At least in terms of how people normally do it. See, normally if you get married on the weekend, as everybody does, the ceremony is usually on a Saturday, and then Sunday you spend the time, going home and taking care of everything and such. This particular weekend, and I think maybe hindsight 2020, they wanted to do this Veterans Day weekend, knowing that a lot of people would have the day off. They just got the date wrong. But they got married on a Sunday, meaning the rehearsal dinner was on a Saturday. Now, on Saturday, we had the rehearsal dinner at a barn, Texas barbecue. It was awesome. And we all head back to the Airbnb that we were all staying at. This is a pretty big Airbnb. A whole bunch of rooms. 2 showers. This is a pretty nice looking place. And we get there, and it's really late. We're talking 10, 11 o'clock at night. Almost midnight, actually. And Christmas Vacation was on. And keep in mind, this was November 5th. Again, they got the week. If they just had waited one more week, they would have done it Veterans Day, and that would have been, I think, was what their plan was. But this was November 5th. Obviously, they get married on November 6th. Now, it's Saturday night, November 5th. We go back to the Airbnb after the rehearsal dinner. We, some of us are heading to bed, some of us are staying up a little bit later, and we're channel surfing, trying to see what was on TV, because we were sure, some college football games might be on, maybe something interesting that was on, but to our surprise, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation was on. And keep in mind, this is again early November. Like, at first I thought, a bunch of the stores already had their holiday decorations up, which is true. But it never occurred to me, like, holiday specials can play earlier than you'd expect them. So for quite literally a whole year, I waited until the first weekend in November of last year. And it turns out, once again, they brought back National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation on that Saturday night, first weekend of November 2023. Now, keep in mind, I was shocked that happened, that I was actually right about something, especially normally when you predict something, it doesn't really take long before you figure out whether or not you're actually right. This is the first time I ever legit predicted something, and I've waited a year or longer for that prediction to come true. That's why it was so shocking to me. And before anyone wonders, yes, I did contemplate figuring it out to see if I was actually right this year, but I missed it. Here's the thing, it's not that I missed it. What happened was, this is early November 2020, Horseheads had just won the top seed for Section 4. I believe I had to work the next day. I think. No, I didn't. No, I was really busy on Saturday night being with my family and watching my nephews and stuff. Basically, I was so busy I didn't find the time to look to see if I was right. But, once is assuring enough. Besides, considering that the first Saturday in November of this year was November 2nd, it actually would be possible that maybe that's a little bit too early. See, November 6th, that's fine. 4 days earlier, a little too soon. Oh, that's the working theory anyway. Maybe somebody out there has been paying attention to what's been on TV lately, and maybe somebody can, correct me. But, yeah. Here's the thing. Just because Christmas Vacation happens to be on, that much sooner, a lot of people really have different definitions as to what dictates the beginning of the holiday season. For some people, maybe it is the fact that Christmas Vacation is back on TV. For some people, maybe it is after you officially put up your Christmas lights and Christmas decorations. For other people, maybe there is a tree lighting or a wreath lighting event that you go to, and that kicks off your holiday season. Honestly, the holiday season really is subjective to me. Hell, I have my own definition of what dictates the beginning of the holiday season. It's when I put on this hat again. So, December 1st. I think that's fair. It's definitely very much a lot closer to actually, Christmas and Hanukkah and all the other major holidays you have around this time of year. But it's definitely not too soon where, you respect the fact that you just got over Thanksgiving, Halloween had just happened. Veterans Day had just happened. Again, it really is up to you when the holiday season truly begins. I mean, listen, there are people who leave their Christmas lights on all year. Maybe they just think it's the holiday season all year round. I mean, crazier things have happened. I mean, that's honestly why, like, in terms of Christmas decorations, all I have is this tree and this hat. Because there really isn't much to do. I mean, I literally did a live vlog, like, putting this tree up. And it didn't even take, like, 5 minutes. And then I was just simply waiting until midnight to put on this hat again. So, I guess if you want to dictate having Christmas Vacation be the start, having Christmas Vacation being on TV being the start of your holiday season, I won't stop you. Again, it's all perfectly subjective. But when the holiday season does start, and people really do get in the spirit of the full swing of things, it's definitely a lot of fun. So, I hope you like this video. If you'd like to subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow on social media. As always, I'm very home in this video. For all of you guys watching Joe for Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk, the channel is here to lend you. I'll be back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.